I never knew I really wanted it until I saw it. And then I bought it. Hi everybody, welcome back to another MSM video. This is Up to Speed, and if you've not seen one of these videos before, this is a video series that Peter and I do on a regular basis, and we talk about items that we're working on. We show you guys projects that we're working on, we show you really cool parts that we found, or might even just be some really neat things that we found while perusing our local store or shopping online, and we bring it here and we show you guys. And we hope that maybe that inspires you to look around and just explore what our hobby has to offer and get some cool stuff that's a little outside the box. So this episode, we've got three things we're going to touch on. The first is a Traxxas TRX4 Bronco that I did very mild modifications on. I'm actually planning that truck will be something that we use at events to loan out to people if they break their truck, or if they have not driven a scalerccrawler before. We'll give them the Bronco and let them go take it for a rip. The second thing is my LCG comp chassis that I'm building. It's by a company called Rock Pirates. It's their Interceptor chassis, and it's coming along really well. It's my first LCG build, so I'm really excited about how it's building up. It's looking really sweet. I can't wait to get it out on the rocks and see how it performs. And then finally, I found some really cool stuff at a local hobby store, and I couldn't help myself. These are from Tamiya. They're a motorized car that runs around on a track. You build them, and I didn't buy just one. I bought a few. Yeah, they're cool. I was enamored with them when I was looking at them, and I just grabbed a handful and headed to the checkout, and here we go. So yeah, I'm going to show you those in a little bit more in detail and talk about those. I'm going to probably do a video of me building one of them and show you what all goes into them. And then of course, when we get out and go race them, because there's a local club here that races them, we're going to race them with those guys. We'll get some video of that. So without further ado, let's jump into our topics this week and show you what we've got on the bench. This is a very simple project. I really have not done much to this truck other than I added some Trio brass. I added wheels and tires from one of my Element trucks. These are the General Grabber tires. They're on a plastic wheel, which I think will be fine. If I need a little bit more weight, you can get a brass insert that goes into the back of these wheels. And then I put this truck onto my FlySky G7 radio, and right now that's all that's been done to it, just giving it a little bit of a performance boost with the brass and a little different look with the with the Grabber tires. So here is my first LCG chassis build that I've done, and this is a Rock Pirates Interceptor chassis. Purple anodized aluminum rails, and I'm using a Element Ecto as sort of the base kit to supply a number of components. Starting at the front, you'll notice that I'm using the Ecto servo mount. That's in the front of the chassis there. I'm going to be using an RS800. This really nice pink version from NSD RC. So we'll be using that servo, and I've got Element axles in it. So these are the axles from the Ecto, which I've already attached SSD diff covers to, and I'll be adding knuckles and rear weights. So there's the front knuckles, and here are the rear weights. So similar products that I use on my comp truck, and I really like the SSD products. They fit really well. I get those from Go Hobbies. Yeah, they're just a really great product. They fit really well, and my comp truck has been excellent with just using that amount of brass. I don't go farther than that. Some trucks I have the shock mounts, lower shock mounts that are in brass, but yeah, those weights work really well. They fit really well, so I'm a big fan. You'll notice that I've got the Element XF transmission, and so what that does is it brings the transmission down, lowers my center of gravity. Also mounts the motor forwards, so the motor is forward facing. I again use this part on my comp truck, my class 1 comp truck, and it really made a big difference. It livened the chassis up really nicely. Other products that we're going to use on this are those are Element links. I've got DravTech shocks that'll be going on, and I've ordered some carbon fiber cross members to finish off the chassis. Yeah, this is gonna be a really cool build when I'm finished. The body that I'm going to use, I'm a little undecided, but I'm really leaning heavily towards the Pro Line VW Bug. I have one of those bodies, so leaning heavily towards that. And yeah, this build is coming along nicely. I'm gonna try in this next week here to get the brass on, get the servo in. I'm going to be using a Fusion SE motor, so I'll pick that up from 88 RC Hobbies, and yeah, we'll wrap this thing up, I'm hoping, the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned and we'll give you an update on this as it progresses. Okay, the last item that we have this week for Up to Speed are these really cool Tamiya. They're not really RCs, they're motorized cars that run on a track, and hugely popular in Japan. We found out when we were going around to the hobby stores handing out flyers for our event that we have coming up on the 31st. We found out that there's actually a club here that races these here in Vancouver, and just pick out some really cool, vibrant, fun models. This Avante, for example, is the black special edition. So I couldn't help myself, you know, special edition, limited edition. Anyway, that's another episode of Up to Speed we can put in the books. So if you're enjoying these videos, please like, please subscribe, and please leave us a comment. Let us know what you're working on, what projects you're doing. We really enjoy communicating with our subscribers and talking about the stuff that interests them. We also have our blog and our community group over on Facebook, so if you haven't seen that, maybe go check those out. That's another place where we get to interact with our followers and subscribers, and you know, that's just a community that we're building. I often tell people we're building it one handshake at a time. It's very authentic, it's very real, and we love it. It's awesome. So please jump on the rest of our socials, check those out, and for this week, you guys are up to speed.